Welcome Libra to Finally Found Tarot 1111. We are going to do your love reading from the 22nd to the 29th. This will be for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Libra. Please take the messages that resonate with you, claim them for yourself, toss the universe what does not. It's not meant for you, and that's okay. Check your other Moon, Rising, and Venus placements and the videos that correspond with that to get some more intuitive guidance if you don't find it here. Remember, time and energy is fluent, so whenever you're directed to the readings, the right time for you. That being said, I am going to use the singing bowl here. As I do so, I ask you to take that deep breath in. And then exhale whenever you feel so inclined to do so. That's going to help balance your energy, set your intentions, and bring them into the reading. If you are new or returning to the channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have all of you. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscriptions. It means so much to me to see the channel growing. It also helps the videos to circulate so that other Libras or people that may need to hear the messages get them as well. So huge thank you for that. All right, Libra, without further ado, let's get started. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Alright, let's take a look at the oracle messages we have for you. Practice self-care there, Libra. Card number 32. This is saying, serve others, but don't neglect your own needs. You can't give what you don't already have. Replenish your cup and attend to yourself. That is exactly right. Whether it's love, business, work, kids, anything, if you aren't taking care of you, then nobody else is going to be taken care of, because you cannot give energy, or for very long. You may be able to do it for a period of time, but eventually burnout's going to set in, and you're going to also get maybe a little bit bitter with that energy. So make sure, Libra, at this time you're getting that self-care that you very much need, okay? We have next, if I can get this card to come off here, we have pay attention to the red flags. So, you know, those signs waving like kind of blimps in the air about something. This could be mostly pertaining to love, but I feel like the signs are cautioning you here. There is something that is saying, hey, it is not what it seems. There's something you need to look beyond the surface at, Libra. You're that justice energy, that balancing of those scales. So if something's out of equilibrium, you'll pick up on it faster than, you know, anything, and it's going to put you out of sync with yourself and out of sync with your partner, because you will be, essentially, you're going to hone in on those red flags, I feel like. So, you know, it is good to pay attention to them, but I feel like maybe not, pay attention to them, address them, and let them go. I don't feel like honing into them or becoming obsessive. For some of you, will be very, you know, good for you at this time, Libra. Release your ex. So this could be some of that red flags energy that's coming in here in terms of love. So, you know, the time has come for you to clean out your energy, clean out your closet, essentially. Release the drama, the tension, the pain, the resentment, all the emotions, regret, whatever it is that you could be harboring from those past relationships, whatever it is. But there is something that you have to truly let go of. And because you're taking it into your new relationship, or you will be taking it into your new relationship, this is causing a major problem. You can't keep going on in this energy, I don't feel like, for too long. We have the union of hearts. So a love connection that defies lifetime here, Libra. So whether you felt like you just come out of that relationship, you know, defying lifetime could truly, not only, it could mean good or bad, but I feel like this is a union of hearts, that true karmic soulmate energy, possibly twin flame for some of you, but this is a beautiful energy, because this is saying you're going to meet this person that's going to have a strong, you know, connection to you mentally, spiritually, physically, whatever it is, or all three, and it's going to be powerful and essential for this lifetime for you. I feel like get to know each other, learn to meet another's needs for love. So there you have it, Libra. After you do this, union of hearts comes in, and that's the best time, even after whether you've been together 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years. It's important to always be learning about our partners, because there's always some things to learn, because people are evolving and changing. So it's important to keep getting to know your partners, the real authentic selves, what their dislikes, what their, you know, likes are. And, you know, that's what the message is saying. Pay attention and get to know your partner, you know, for all of them. Situation in terms of tarot, we have the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy, in terms of your situation. So again, that's the emotional side of your own energy, Libra. You like that balancing of scales. So does Temperance, but in that way, emotions here. So if you are without a partner, this is kind of meaning relax, be patient. Things are golden, they're good, it's coming in for you. Let things happen in their time. It's essential for your step on the road at this time, Libra. I feel like we just waiting a little longer for that certain person to make contact, but let complexity really work for you here, okay? Learn how others have timed their plan and goals, and then try to emulate that for some of you. But if you're in a relationship, things are going to work out for the best when you or your partner, or both of you, are kind of willing to be more patient and accepting. Those are two true attributes of true love, right? So channel your energy here, Libra, privately into making plans. Making lists about what you want and don't want. The results actually could be surprising to you. I feel like they could be surprising in for some of you in a negative way, where you could not believe that you have nothing in common. And for some of you, you're going to be quite surprised of how much you do have in common. I feel like there's going to be the energy there. The Knight of Pentacles. So that is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It is in reverse. And I feel like this is suggesting that you're struggling to find the discipline that it could be possibly necessary to achieve your goals at this time, Libra. There are too many ideas running through your mind, and you've got to come to that realization that you can't accomplish everything you set out to do. So self-development takes time and effort. We all know that. But the task of changing yourself for the better, it needs to start right here and now. And I'm not saying that you haven't been, but it's kind of honing in on that energy, I feel like. Make that schedule and a plan accordingly. Keep in mind that discipline can actually be that framework that keeps you on track. It doesn't have to be so rigid that you can't appreciate that occasional detour either. So make sure you're not trying to force such a rigid energy here with your partner that it creates that unhappy balance. At the root of obstacle of the reading, I cannot talk. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is reward. Divine energy. I do think it's good, because I feel like this is saying that what is your obstacle is the fact that a reward is coming in for you, but you are stagnant in this energy, focused on this past energy. That this is that's why it's your obstacle, because you could be rewarded, but you're not going to be until you kind of finish this healing process. I feel like good news regarding children and animals will also be on the delay here. I feel like, but this is savoring this time, realizing that you have earned it. Whether or not anyone else thinks you have, that's not your business, essentially. The Three of Cups, again, in your celebration. So again, I feel like you're on that precipice of major growth, major success, major change. But I feel like you're going to have to kind of finally take that leap of faith. That I feel like for some of you, you've just been beyond, reluctant to do, because it has, again, for some of you, left you in a deep, time of pain. But you have acknowledging the relationships that you're building here. It takes some time to get together with those that are closest to you. And, laugh, talk, share that, energy to recharge yourself as well. Your past, your hardships, and they're in a period of brightened and heightened socialization. So who knows, maybe meet someone with a similar goal who wants to embark on that new project or relationship with you. But either way, you need to enjoy yourself. Take some time to be grateful for the friendships that you have forged here as well. So at the root, influencing you, we have the Five of Roses, which is competition. So, competition, Aries, Leo, Sag, is always a good thing, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of competition in anything. But too much competition can be a bad thing. So I feel like this is saying to you, the competition is quite fierce here. It's very powerful. There's forces that, have kind of been put against you to be a little bit for you to overcome them at this time, but they can feel like it's going to be the end-all be-all for you. There's a lot of gossip, jealousy, maybe insensitive that's driving you to an argument that you might regret, so be careful of that as well. So a misunderstanding could lead to a decrease in self-esteem, but someone's inconsiderate actions, can unleash some pent-up emotions here, either by them or by you, or to you even, in fact. But guard against, actions based on frustration, anger, hate, prejudice, energy. Just let that go. If you suspect disloyalty, take that breath before you have a confrontation, as the information you're acting on may not be correct. So I feel like make sure you're triple checking that energy before you go making any crazy choices. We have the Eight of Swords, so this is your energy, Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I feel like this is a powerful energy in the sense that the Eight's always willing to sort of get through the nonsense, right? So if you've been feeling restricted here, Libra, trapped even in a present situation, maybe perhaps your job is kind of draining you, dry, but there's a relationship you've entered that swiftly turned maybe abusive or in similar situations, but your options are feeling limited. They aren't, okay? Seek out new perspectives. Rid yourself of any unproductive thoughts here, Libra, and intentions, because they need to go. Once you realize which directions you can go in, you need to commit to that, decision, and understand that, even if you have no guarantee of success, attempting to find happiness is better than remaining trapped in this current hellish hole that you could possibly be, kind of immersing yourself into for some time. At the root of the reading, we have the Princess of Shells. This is that romantic energy. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. But I feel like this is that new love is kind of trying to burn and bring in some energy here for you, which is quite possible, Libra. You could been searching for it for some time. And I feel like you've, felt like it wasn't coming in for you. But I feel like this energy is saying your intuition's on the money as well right now. So make sure this intuitive ability is always available to help you, because, the more you hone into it, the greater it will become. So, I feel like, this is, and there's an anticipation of fear and suffering here and pain, and I feel like that's what's holding you back. You need to let that go, because that is really not going to be good for you as well. We have the Ten of Swords here. So this is your energy as well, that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. But this Ten of Swords here is definitely telling me that, in a sense, that, you got this inevitable point in this relationship, project, or endeavor, and I feel like it is relationship here, Libra, that, it is signaling a painful, inevitable ending, like I said. So, this ending could come as a surprise for you. I feel like it will, in fact, but, it will shake your foundation a little bit. You could be the victim of someone else's targeted attack as well, or you could be, wearing the mantle of the victim in hopes of drawing pity and support from those around you, if that's you, exiting that energy. But break down from that, the mentalities that they will encourage you to fixate on the negative here. The worst has already occurred, I feel like, Libra, so all that's left is to move past it and seek some sort of recovery while becoming sort of accustomed and to our new, reality we have. So that's what's kind of going on there. Now we have the Five of Shells, disappointment here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, in the past you were feeling majorly disappointed and let down in terms of this relationship, and that is often what you're struggling about back and forth in your head these days. You truly have to heal before you can immerse yourself in anything else, or you're always going to have these consistent problems. And I want to be very clear when I say that. You have to heal the baggage before you go into something else. So past disappointments could be preventing you from enjoying the present. So a period of disappointment, indifference, rejection, they can, cause confusion as to how to kind of react. So walking away from the relationship may not solve the underlying problems here, Libra. So, and be mindful, though, that problems that are not severe enough can be dealt with, in the relationship, or they'll come back again in a different form, in a different relationship. So they're never really escaping them, even if you are temporarily. Now we have the Lovers card, Gemini, coming in. So this is definitely what I feel like is speaking to that. In the recent past, that Lovers energy was definitely making you feel very sort of unfocused on what the outcome had for you at that time. So I feel like, with this Lovers card, it's quite positive in the sense that the lovers are always sort of, in that battle of wits with each other. So I feel like this is that close romantic tie, that real soulmate energy, I feel like. But though you may not have achieved perfect harmony in this, you're paving the way to become by communicating your wishes, mind and body and soul. So bravo to you there, Libra. But I feel like there's a major choice that could be approaching that could put a spotlight on a developing, dilemma or conflict that needs some careful consideration. But the easiest answer won't always be the easiest solution, right? Or the best solution, in fact. So, examine your options and choose with, confidence. Know that no matter what you decide, the relationships you built are strong enough to support you if you let them, okay? We have the Princess of Roses, the adventurer, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is being bold and taking some adventure in terms of love. Maybe some person that's piqued your interest, but it's completely opposite from what you would go for. That's a good indicator. I feel like take that person out, because that could be a real, intense connection that you never had considered before. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles to clarify that. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, getting to your money, focusing on that money, And being quite, mindful of what you're doing with it is quite powerful for you at this time as well. You're in a position to be a little bit charitable, to give back. Financial security, means, charity is something that you can engage in without kind of overextending yourself. So make sure, if you can, try doing that this week as well, Libra. At the overall energy of the reading, we have the Hierophant, tradition, Taurus energy. So Libra, this is saying you got grounded in tradition. It's asking you to really focus on the things that are truly important to you, and to not let other things kind of distract you from that is kind of the message there, I feel like, as well. So, I feel like you're going to encounter maybe or become that wise teacher, maybe a spiritual practice is going to be powerful as well for you. But in any case, make some sensible decisions here. Avoid any drugs or alcohol, the drill. But even, because it could be the beginning of the end, beginning of derailment for you. So I feel like you can best stand out by kind of fitting in, essentially, is what I wanted to say there earlier. We have the Ten of Wands here in reverse. Now, this is Aries, Sagittarius energy. A lot of, tens here. I think that's your third 10 or your second at least. So put that into, I can't think of the word, and I don't even know what I'm talking about. Completely lost my train of thought. Wowzers. So sorry about that, Libra. So anyhow, this is definitely suggesting that you're overburdened here with those responsibilities that would be better off handled or shared. You can kind of delegate them if you can. You're accepting, that shoulder, to cry on for yourself when you don't need to. The weight is crushing you, and I feel like it's a sign that you need to kind of share the load, share the energies here. There is also, maybe duties, possessions, or expectations in your life that are no longer serving you. It's time to relieve yourself of that burdens and let go. You could be experiencing how far you've come, or continue to go and grow there. We have the Three of Gems, work in your environment. So yeah, you're going to be working, obviously, and that's going to have a lot. But it's saying that, in reverse, this is suggesting that maybe you don't have the created balance between home life and, work. But that's, that's the energy of every dude, man, woman, that's just how that goes. So I wouldn't be overly concerned about that. But this is definitely reminding you here, Libra, that it takes two committed people to make that relationship work. Even if you don't have that now, remember, you don't need another person to complete you here. But you're incomplete even though you are alone. So maintaining that attitude will help you find true love if you're looking for it. But be careful not about getting involved romantically with maybe a superior coworker or something along those lines. It won't be beneficial. But, and also messages, children need to know that you are happy and secure in your relationship. If you're not, you need to do something about it. And that message would be for not all of you, but for some. We have the Nine of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I feel like you're definitely feeling backed up against the corner in a situation. And I, other than being backed up in a corner, and I would not suggest doing that to a Scorpio or, a Libra for that matter, but this is suggesting that, your negative thoughts and fears have kind of permeated deeper into your subconscious, throwing you the absolute turmoil from within here. You've tried keeping these fears to yourself, but now is the time kind of to be alone. Seek out the help, ask for help, and if you've recently emerged from that period of intense fear and self-criticism, take this sign as that you've successfully managed to work through your problems, and you're going to be better off for that, okay? We have the Nine of Gems in the hopes and fears here. I like it. So that's independence, gaining some independence in terms of financially, and energetically as well, so that you're kind of in that equal balance, because that could have been creating, a sticky dynamic if one is doing the supporting and the other isn't. So we have the Queen of Swords here. That's a kind of bitch energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is somebody that's very shrewd and calculated. It could often, be you, Libra, but I mean that with all the nicest of, loves and respect, but I'm saying this is definitely, you're struggling to reconcile your intellect and your emotions at this time, I feel like. So you may act without forethought and strike out with, that temper guiding you, not your head. So if it's embroiled into an issue, you're going to let your emotions influence your views right now, but to be careful you don't let them be influenced too steadily. We have the outcome of the reading is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is destiny and karma coming in. And Libra, you are a balanced, quite energy. So I feel like this is suggesting that there is definitely an energy where, you know, you could be reaping what you've sowed in terms of a relationship. So hopefully that's good. But circumstances could be a little bit difficult to harmonize, you know, your plans with those of a true love interest, new or old. Your reflexes and timing may be a little bit off, and you're feeling a little bit unlucky at love at this moment. You're not. You just have to go with the flow a little bit better. Maybe communicate. We have the world coming in as the outcome. Beautiful stuff here for Libra. This is definitely a sign that you are going to have that completion, that, you know, big happy family, that white picket fence essentially is what I feel like is coming in here for you, Virgo. So with this world card, this is, you know, completion of that important leg of this journey, perhaps graduation, promotion, wedding, whatever it is. But something has occurred that has left you with a great sense of, you know, closure and accomplishment. And if not, then you are very, very soon going to be crossing that finish line, Libra. So reflect on your journey this far and appreciate the steps you've taken to get to this point. Be sure to tie up any loose ends appropriately and fairly. There are many lessons you've learned along your path, so remember them well and apply them to your future, and you will have much success and abundance there, Libra. So until next time, my friends, namaste.